seen anything like that.
Wide right.
Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going to the end zone. The Bears have won. The Bears have won. Oh, my God. You believe in miracles? Yes.
It's the Davey Mac Sports Program, where we talk the sports and other stuff, like the Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl week, ladies and germs. And when I think of the big game, I think of three things: Heineken, hoagies, and whores. Ha ha ha! I'm Roy Harder, and here's your host.
It's Dave McCall, baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Roy Harder, for another introduction. And we had a little special effect plan as we had some graphics pop up ready to go on the screen. So we told Roy, just take half a second. Just take a little beat. And it was like C-3PO got powered down. You took a nice 90 seconds before every fucking word in that goddamn introduction. We told you to just take half a beat. We didn't tell you to fucking slow down like your droopy dog over there, for Christ's sakes.
I take direction very well and very seriously.
Too literally. You take direction too literally. Roy, just take half a beat. It's the Davey Mac Sports Program.
I also
Roy Harder. I
also
your
read
goddamn fucking computer was buffering, a piece of shit.
I don't know if you noticed, but I also read the ha ha ha.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for selling the ha-has. You're supposed to be laughing, like, the evil maniacal laughter. You're not supposed to read the stage directions that I write for you. Ha ha ha. Which he's done numerous times, by the way. Sometimes he's even read his own name. Well, you know what? Let's get right to our special guest, because people hear him giggling in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's very special Davey Mac Sports Program, we're having a Davey Mac Universe crossover here. Everyone knows one of the brand new hot shows that I'm doing is called Yaddle Chattle, a Star Wars podcast, one of the best Star Wars shows. And really, it's a show that even if you hate Star Wars, you'll love the show, because I, Darth David, yell at my co-host for 60 minutes straight. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. Put it together for Jedi Jared.
Hello.
Fishman.
Thank you for having me on the night.
Jedi Jared Fishman. Roy Harder always makes things so difficult. One time I wrote stage directions that said, like, Roy gets up from his desk, and Roy literally read, like, it's the Davey Mac Sports Program, and Roy gets up from his desk. And I'm like, God.
Sometimes I feel like Big A in those moments, because he also used to do shit like that.
Jesus Christ. Please.
I think it gives a little, it adds to the humor.
It does. It adds to the humor, fucking up my goddamn shit. Fucking, I go to the bottom of writing this motherfucker a goddamn intro each and every week. Next week, we're doing a goddamn test. Next week, it's a Roy Harder written introduction for the first time in Davey Mac Sports Program history.
Oh, thank you, David. I've been waiting for months to do that.
Now, let's not just photocopy, fucking chapters from Mein Kampf either, and just read that verbatim. All right, like, let's make, I don't want 9 goddamn fucking Aryan paragraphs. All right, I want 3 to 5 sentences in and out. Set me up a joke and hit it down. It doesn't have to be funny shit. Most of my shit ain't funny either.
Not at all. I know.
Roy, you should use that AI software to write yourself an introduction.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. But let's wait. I want one coming from the mind of Roy, and then if you fail miserably, do the Roy Harder's AI intro the following week.
Okay,
all right.
Enough.
But next week it's got to come from the mind of Roy and not a goddamn computer. All right.
Fair enough, David.
Now listen. Yet again, Davey Mac playing hurt, playing injured. I don't know if you guys could see when we first jumped on. Robert and I jump on the first. He was noticing my eyes.
Yes,
my eyes.
I did notice.
Right
I didn't. I didn't want to bring it up because I just assumed you've been crying. Because Jared was our guest tonight, but so I didn't want to bring it up, but I definitely did notice it.
Okay, it brings me to my very first Shizer entry, Roy Harder. So get those goddamn keyboards ready.
Okay,
and only Roy says Shizer, otherwise we can't hear him. Now listen, everyone knows my little routine. Okay. I like to lift the fucking weights for 2 hours starting at 4 p.m. And then at 6 p.m., I take a nice bath, shower. 15-minute shower, 15-minute bath, 10-minute shower. Okay, it's a big process. By the way, Robert called me during the second phase of that. That was the sexy bath time with the bubbles and everything. Robert had to fucking call me and ruin that goddamn experience today.
You did sound hard, Dave.
I might have been. I'll tell you one thing. Being in the bath, I never jerk off in the shower like Kevin Spacey in American Beauty, but I do sometimes get tempted to spank it in the bathtub because sitting down there in the nice warm water like that with the bubbles and everything, no, that feels good. That feels good.
But when you ejaculate, you're sitting amongst your own semen, David. Is that?
That's right, I am. Why do you think I have such silky skin?
Yeah, good point.
Everyone always says smooth, silky skin, Davey Mac. That's my name. You know why he gets it? The jizz baths. That's where he gets it from. Now,
wait. So your eyes. So what happened?
So I go to this. This is called, and that's why these people, you are in big fucking trouble. Dial 3-in-1. This is Dial 3-in-1 body hair face wash because I like to get everything in one bottle. Yeah. This way you put it on your head, you put it on your face, and this way I'm not spending millions and millions of dollars on bars over here, soap over here, shampoo over there, conditioner over there, this and that, body wash, this. No, all 3-in-1.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. This is the second time now this has happened, okay? If Dial 3-in-1 gets in your eyes, it's like when Jack Nicholson fell in the acid tank in Batman. Your fucking face melts off.
Yeah.
Okay? I swear to God, I am a grown man. Yeah. I was crying in the bathtub, naked, 20 minutes before the show. Crying, nude, wet, hard. Robert's
Jesus
right.
Christ.
I had an erection. You know, this is no way to live life. A fucking 6'2" redheaded nude man with a half erection crying naked in the shower. This ain't life, bros.
The crying naked with an erection is why I don't jerk off in the bathtub, Dave.
So, I'm sorry. They're gone. Dial, that's it. You had one last opportunity. And by the way, I actually tweeted at Dial a year ago and said, hey, some of your shit went into my eyes. My eyes nearly burned out of my fucking head. What is your shit made of? I mean, come on. Can't we get like non-tier worthy, if a little tiny bit gets into your fucking eye, it's not all of a sudden going to destroy your fucking vision? What is this?
You may like Johnson & Johnson's baby wash. That might be exactly.
Say that.
Well, I need some baby shit. I got very sensitive skin with the redhead and the Irishness and then this and that. So that's why I need that sensitive skin. So I'm just letting Dial 3-in-1 know. No longer are you the official soap of the Davey Mac Sports Program, and you're on the Shizer.
Shizer, you're the ones that win the Shizer.
I'm sorry. And that means to the Doves and to the Irish Springs of the world, you have the huge sponsorship opportunity with the Davey Mac Sports Program. All right, we're just asking for you can get in the door with $1 million bid as to which soap company wants to sponsor the greatest sports show of all time. Okay,
you should try Everyman Jack. That's what I use.
Everyman Jack?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Is that like a lube? Is this for like more masturbation talk?
No, it's you could get the body wash, the shampoo, or like the 3-in-1.
Well, give me a sample. Give me a bottle of yours, and then let me figure it out. All right.
My wife just got me the big industrial one that makes me smell like a Christmas tree.
Roy,
I like that smell.
Yeah. Time out. I want to stop to you for a second.
What?
This is the first time I've heard you call her your wife because Jared's one of those guys. He usually calls her the boss. And I say, Jared, I need you on the Davey Mac Sports Program on Monday. He goes like this. Let me ask the boss. Let me see what the boss thinks. And I go, when you say that, is that your employer?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, that's my spouse. I call her the boss. You're setting yourself to be up more fucking miserable than Ben Affleck at the Grammys, my friend.
Dude, I've got an amazing wife, and no,
she's great. She's
awesome.
great. I'm saying that your strategy of calling her the boss may indeed backfire at some point where you go, man, I have given her 100% of the power. I am a slave in my own home.
I'm staying out of this one.
I pick and choose my battles.
Good. All right.
That is the way you're supposed to do.
Battle number one, stop referring to your wife as the boss. I think
maybe it's ironic like Springsteen.
Yeah,
Springsteen isn't the boss?
Wait a second. Bruce is very much the boss.
Yeah, I thought he was the boss.
Then why
He's the
does
boss
he
in
seem,
New Jersey.
Then why are all of his songs written for a guy who hates his boss? Whose whole day is spent bitching about his boss.
I never thought of that before. He should have been called the working man. Working man Bruce. That should
the foreman. Should have called himself the foreman. Yeah.
All right. Let me I got another Shizer to give you. And then we're gonna do Super Bowl talk and the big breaking news out of the NBA. Kyrie Irving traded from the Nets to the Dallas Mavericks. What does this mean for Kevin Durant? So it's about Super Bowl, it's about NBA. And other assorted things. But I have to take issue with ESPN, who are just deciding to make programming to piss people off.
I thought you were going to put Jared's wife on the Shizer list. I was holding my breath there for a second.
No, I wouldn't. I'm a fan of Jared's wife.
Of course, I am too.
Jared's wife more than I like Jared, Roy. You have to remember that.
Yeah.
I wish I was doing Yaddle Chattle with her. She
doesn't even like. No, you wouldn't, because she doesn't like Star Wars. That's how I have problems trying to watch stuff, because
half of the Yaddle Chattle audience doesn't like Star Wars. That's my point. It's a show mainly for non-Star Wars fans.
Yeah, but the hosts have to have some idea of what's going on.
By the way, have you been enjoying Yaddle Chattle? You're a big superstar now. You get emails. People email him. It's the first time he's gotten emails, and people are referring to him as, wow, Jared, big fan. Does that make you that now all of a sudden you're an egomaniac riding limousines? Huh? You're gonna cheat on? You're gonna what are you gonna do? Alcohol problem, drug problem? What's next?
Gambling.
All right, gambling degenerate. All right, I like that.
Roy, do you want to make our big announcement now about what we're doing Thursday?
Ooh.
We just thought since you guys were doing the sports show together, Roy and I would do our new
podcast. We have a Star Wars show together.
Evoking Ewoks. It's where
that's a good name, Dave. We got to put that on the list.
Evoking Ewoks isn't bad. I know. I've thought of other fun Star Wars. Half my time is spent thinking of Star Wars podcast names. For instance, when Yaddle Chattle gets canceled, I'm going to do Talkin' Tarkin. All right, which I think is perfect. Talkin' Tarkin is good to go, baby.
That could.
Well, then I'm going to do Chewy Chat.
No, come on. Chat has been used by Chattel, you bitch.
What about Roy and I, once ours fails, we're going to do Floridians with mitochloridians.
All right, I like that. Now listen, ESPN's Dan Orlovsky. I can never pronounce his name. Orlovsky, or I always want to say Orlovsky. Okay.
Orlovsky, yeah.
This fucking piece of shit has finally gotten on my last nerve. This guy is 40 years old and yet has the vibe. He goes for I'm the cool, I don't know. He's going for a fucking vibe that is that of a 21-year-old. He thinks he's super young. He thinks he's like this cool cat. The guy belongs on Nickelodeon, not ESPN. And Dan Orlovsky put an ESPN list out. This actually was on the air. Dan Orlovsky's top 5 quarterbacks, according to this fucking nit-brained moron. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, John Elway, Peyton Manning, and Dan Marino. Now, let me tell you something, motherfuckers. If you have a top 5 list of quarterbacks in the NFL and you don't put Joe Montana on said list, you're a cocksucker.
Even I know that, and I know nothing
about
sports.
He was simply the best quarterback in the league for 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He
Even
was
I
the
do.
best player, not just best quarterback. You can make a very valid argument that he was the best player in the league. And I'm a Lawrence Taylor guy. But you can make an argument that no one was, and Jerry Rice was amazing, but no one was better. From a stretch of 1982 to about 93, where even when he went to the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, after the 49ers got rid of him for Steve Young, he brought the Chiefs to an AFC championship game. Also in the Super Bowl, a perfect 4-0. And unlike that cackling Southern idiot, Terry Bradshaw, you know, the Pittsburgh Steelers won those Super Bowls on their fucking defense, on their incredible run game, on their offensive line. And then, yes, Terry Bradshaw could every once in a while throw the ball 65 yards down the field. But Terry Bradshaw was no great quarterback. Joe Montana was responsible for getting the 49ers to big games, the catch, the beating the Cowboys in the NFC Championship with the throw to Dwight Clark, leading the 49ers down the field against the Cincinnati Bengals for their third championship, annihilating John Elway. Let me also point out, Joe Montana beat Dan Marino for Montana's second Super Bowl, and he beat John Elway 55-0 in the Super Bowl. So how the fuck are down John Elway and Dan Marino on this list, and goddamn Joe Montana isn't? And when pushed on why Joe Montana wasn't on this list, Dan Orlovsky had the audacity to do this. I was too young to watch him play. Now, I hate any single human being. This is all of you. If you are one of these people who goes around, well, that was before I was born. Oh, that's before my time. Oh, that's I wasn't even around. Motherfucker, shut the fuck up, you ignorant, naive motherfucker. The Beatles broke up a decade before I was born. Do I go around? Well, I've never heard of Let It Be. I've never heard of that song. They were before I was born. Shakespeare. I got news for you. Shakespeare was born before. I don't say I never heard of Romeo and Juliet because, that was before my time. When you are someone who says things like that was before my time or that was before I was born, you are an A-grade fucking moronic asshole who thinks truly that the world started on your birthday. You egocentric, narcissistic fuck. Hey, Dan Orlovsky and ESPN, fuck you. Shizer List, Royam.
Shizer, you're the one who wins your sponsor.
So then,
I'm
Dave,
hopping mad.
Dave, who would be on your top 5 QB list then?
The top 5 quarterbacks, I got no problem with, obviously, Brady, and I've got even no problem with saying Patrick Mahomes because you have to project him. First of all, he's already won a Super Bowl. So right off the bat, at least he's done that. Marino won 0.
I know, but everyone considers him like top 5.
Who everyone? Everyone in 1995 considered him a top 5. 30 years have gone past Dan Marino's prime. He's no longer in that spot. Time moves on.
So
There's no fucking way that Dan Marino is a top 5 quarterback anymore. I don't give a shit if you're a Dolphins fan. Stop it. Top 5 quarterbacks of all time? All right. Brady, yes. Mahomes, yes. I'll allow Elway and Peyton Manning to stay in there.
So you got
Joe Montana gets to be in there. I would probably even consider taking out, I might take out. No, I got to keep Peyton Manning in there. I'm not going to take out anybody. Maybe I would take out Elway for like a Roger Staubach or a Johnny Unitas going really old school. I mean, Johnny Unitas invented the modern day quarterback position. He literally was the first guy to play the position the way the game is being played now. I mean, he was the guy. He started playing it in a modern fashion. Johnny Unitas needs to be on that list. And again, here's an excellent example, Dan Orlovsky. Johnny Unitas was retired years before I was born. But I understand sports. I have appreciation and respect for the history of sports. NFL, NBA, baseball, Olympics, boxing, etc. I have knowledge of the people who came before the modern day stars. How Dan Orlovsky has a paying job at ESPN for saying this shit is ridiculous. Stop it.
Now, Dave, I have a question because I have. Oh yeah, what about Brett Favre?
I mean, I would put out Aaron Rodgers ahead of Favre probably because he's going to break all of Favre's records, and they both won 1 Super Bowl each. So if you're going to do a Favre, you might as well do a Rodgers.
Yeah, or an Elway maybe.
Well, Elway's there.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
What? Yeah. Let me ask you this: is this Dan Orlovsky guy a common thing?
Robert, get a picture of Dan Orlovsky just because I want you guys to see what this fucking cunt suck looks like. Because he's really douchey, and he really is starting to think that he's like a 40-year-old like skateboarder rather than a guy, who is 3 years younger than me. And this guy's thinking that, he was born in fucking 1999, for Christ's sakes. He's an annoying person. Is
this a common thing now with the people that are on like sports casting? Or is he like...
This is Dan Orlovsky. That's when he was on the Lions. Now he's a guy.
So he was a professional player and he doesn't know like the history.
Yeah, he was a bad. By the way, this guy was on the Detroit Lions. He was a professional athlete known for running out of the bounds, out of the end zone, the back of the end zone accidentally because he didn't know where he was. So he got his team a safety. There he is. There he is now. And so, he has the fucking, cool fucking 90s hairdo and a little bit of the thing. And sometimes he even wears a hoodie with a suit jacket. That's to show you're cool, guys. When you're on ESPN,
you're stealing my look,
you don't
Dave.
want to be one of those corporate tie-wearing folks. So I'll wear a hoodie with a suit coat.
That's what I do on stage. Son of a bitch is stealing my look. Let's go jump his ass.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, his most famous thing as a player was running out of the back of the end zone and getting the Lions a safety. Again, not on purpose because he didn't know where he was. This guy actually shouldn't be allowed to talk about football. He's that stupid.
Wow.
Maybe it's
wow. Sham wow. That's what I said. You're wow. Sham wow.
Speaking of old school, what a guy like Roger Staubach?
Staubach? I mean, let's not, make him sound like he was Himmler's, first lieutenant. Okay.
Staubach.
I believe I saw Robert Staubach and Goebbels talking to each other in a beer hall in 1934. I don't know about Staubach. It's just a nice American pronunciation. Yes, Roger Staubach, 2 Super Bowls, kind of like same like Super Bowl stats, if you will, as Elway. I believe Staubach got to a bunch. He might have even got to 5, 1, 2, lost 3. Same thing with Elway, but Elway won his last 2. Staubach, sure. I mean, I'm putting Staubach over Dan Marino.
Damn straight. Yeah, you want to go old school? Won. Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan Brock, who agrees with you about the hatred of Dan Orlovsky, says he would take Marino over Elway. What do you think about that?
You can't say this. And don't give me, John Elway had Terrell Davis late in his career and Dan Marino don't. Whose fucking fault was that? Dan Marino's. He didn't want a primetime running back so that he would have to share the ball 50% of the time. Elway realized that was going to be his ticket to the Super Bowl. This is well known. Marino wanted to throw the ball 70% of the time. So there was never a reason why the Dolphins were going to have to spend millions of dollars for a primetime back. Stop it.
Would Mike Vick make your list? This is a Rob question.
Vick, he killed dogs. You know how much I love dogs.
We got to separate the art from the artist.
Are you guys aware that I have a weekend dog now?
No.
It's not a nice thing to call your girlfriend.
Whoa.
You know what, hot shot? That's the last fucking little fucking piece of. You take all the little swipes at Jared and Roy, but you leave the god of sports alone.
I will. I apologize about bringing up Mike Vick. I realize it was a hot
now
issue.
Listen. Go to my Twitter. Try to find the picture with me and a dog. And so I could show that to Roy and Jared on the air. He's a mini Australian Aussie. He's a weekend dog because it's my kid's dog.
I know you're.
And this dog loves me. This dog arguably loves me number one.
Oh, I don't doubt it, David. I definitely do.
And this was confirmed by my daughter, who says this dog loves you Number one.
Maybe, yeah. Basically, that means that can you take him out for a walk?
Oh, shit.
Because he loves
That
you
worked,
more.
huh? Yeah, because then I took him out for like 8 miles.
Yeah, I know.
And then
What
and then when I came home, there was like a 5-pound bag of peanut M&Ms missing. So maybe that Roy's onto something. It was a whole goddamn trick to get me out of the house because fucking 60% of my candy disappeared.
Yeah.
Do you have that picture?
Yep, just took a second to find. My bad.
All right, here we go. Look at that dog. Just zoom in on the dog. Forget about the two humans. It's me and my son, but we're wearing masks, so we don't matter. But look at how beautiful this dog is, Roy. He posed right at the camera.
They really are great dogs. Those
He's looking right at the camera.
That's a gorgeous dog. What's his name or her name?
It's a male. His name is Enzo. He's somehow Italian Australian.
Yeah.
I don't know where the name came from, but
Oh, boy,
I'm
Dave.
not judging.
Get him spayed and or neutered ASAP. I know things about those Italians.
Yeah.
I like to reenact the scene from Godfather where I pretend that I'm Michael Corleone outside the hospital, and Enzo the baker comes up and he's like, I help you for your father. Remember?
Yeah.
And then, like Pacino has him throw the flowers away.
Yeah.
Okay, put your hands in your pocket, Enzo, and just be real tough looking. And remember that part? And then
Yeah.
the car
And then
drives past.
He's trying to light the cigarette.
He's trying to light the cigarette. I help you for your father. He's like, oh, Al Pacino's like, you have no idea what you're asking, Enzo. You're going to help me for my father. You're about to be blown away by a fucking Tommy gun. But those guys, they showed some heart. No Tommy guns for them. Those fucking pussies in the car back down. So give fucking Enzo the baker and Enzo the dog 5 points each, minus 5 points for Jared. Because I don't like what's going on with your head's very bright today. You look like a fucking light bulb.
It's the sheen. I finally got the sheen.
I know.
I've been bald long enough. I'm finally getting that nice little sheen.
So that's topic. So that's stupid list number one. Stupid list number two is then ESPN literally tries to troll me and say top 10 Super Bowl quarterbacks of all time. I'm shitting you not. This is fucking crazy.
No.
Top 10 Super Bowl quarterbacks of all time. They put Dan Marino on the list.
Oh, that's terrible. He never
10
Number one.
Super Bowl quarterback. He got there once and lost. And you know who didn't get onto the fucking list? Eli goddamn Manning, who fucking won 2 Super Bowls, beat Tom Brady, beat an undefeated team, and won the Super Bowl MVP twice. Come on, man. ESPN. So you're just in the troll biz. Might as well fucking rename yourself fucking Barstool Sports. It's hacky shit, man. It's shock jock shit. And for all this, ESPN, you own the Shizer.
Shizer, you're the one that wins the Spicer.
All right. Super Bowl right now, motherfuckers. Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. I want to know if Patrick Mahomes wins this Super Bowl, is he going to get to Brady level? Well, wait, listen, let's first say, I guess we should, since it happened between shows. Tom Brady retires again. Done.
Again.
What do you think he did to celebrate? You think he kissed his son?
Oh, Robert. One day, Robert, when you have children, you'll understand the love of...
No, I won't. I'm going to treat those kids like my dad treated me. There will be no kissing.
Your dad never kissed
when maybe
you?
like a patriarch of the family dies. And that's just kind of like an arm slap on the back, you know.
No kissing in the Robert family.
That's gay, Dave.
Truth be told, David, there wasn't too much fatherly kissing in my household either. But
grandfather, like no, just a kiss on the cheek.
No, my grandfather had a nickname for them, but I won't say it on YouTube.
Let's just move on. So if Patrick Mahomes wins this, that'll be 2 rings. And he's only, I believe, 26. I believe that's his age. And the way these athletes are staying in shape these days would not surprise me if he played till he was 40 years old. So that would give him 14 more seasons. What do you think? Do we think Patrick Mahomes has a shot at getting to Tom Brady's 7 Super Bowls? Now that Brady is gone, I think, can we all admit that Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback in the NFL? Can we at least admit that?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, you got me there, David.
Robert, you're
Yeah.
seeming what?
Robert,
Robert,
I was running through who was left because, like, most of the guys I would put above him have either retired or have hit a point in age where they're just not playing at the same level they used to. Like, I would argue 2 years ago, Matthew Stafford might be in contention with Mahomes. Now he's just old and beat up. So, yeah, I think you're accurate in saying that.
No. Yeah. Matthew Stafford. I mean, come on, Robert. He's a good quarterback. You know, he's a Pro Bowl type quarterback. He's not a fifth as good as Patrick Mahomes. I thought you were going to say something like a Rodgers, but Rodgers, he's so detached, and he's a little bit of a head case, or he's a lot of a head case. Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving are the same person as far as I'm concerned. They're just annoying, troublemaking fucking douchebags, both of them.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving just start their own little fucking buddy comedy. Go off and do something. Just keep creating problems for everyone else. I mean, they're just annoying people. I think Patrick Mahomes can get to 7, but he has to win this game because you can't go 4 or 5 years between Super Bowls and then catch up to Brady. You got to get you got to get a few in a short time period.
Well, that's what Brady did, right?
No, I mean he had 3 out of 4. Then a few years went by, he got a couple more. Years went by, he got 1 more, and then he got 1 with the Bucks.
Yeah, but you were saying he's got to get like 3 right now.
Yeah, he did, though. Early in his career, he had a time where he got 3 out of 4. Correct. This is what I'm saying.
Mahomes needs to get 3 right now.
Yeah, like he needs that spurt of getting 3 out of 4, 3 out of 5 seasons, something like that. He needs that to contend. So I think this Super Bowl is critical. If he gets it, I think there's an outside chance. I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think you got a real good point, Dave. And I think one of the key factors is it takes a coach and a quarterback relationship for the most part to build a dynasty like that. And I think the Chiefs organization are the type that will stay behind Andy Reid as long as he doesn't do something egregious. And he's the type of coach who will stick with Mahomes as long as he can. Neither one of those guys is going to go chase a big payday or something like that.
No.
And you're not going to get
Reid's there to stay. Yeah, Andy Reid's
so
not leaving.
I think there's a real good chance.
Yeah, that's his last coaching destination. And the Chiefs wouldn't even think of switching coach. He's had so much success in Kansas City. And Mahomes is, he's going to stay the quarterback for the next 14 years. So we'll see what happens. Now, you brought up Andy Reid. Is this more of an Andy Reid Bowl or Kelce Brothers Bowl? Let me explain. Travis Kelce plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's one of the best tight ends in all of football. Meanwhile, Jason Kelce plays for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's a great offensive lineman. So you have 2 brothers for the first time in NFL history on opposing teams going together. That's pretty cool. But you also have Andy Reid. He's now the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. He has been for the last 10 seasons. But before that, he was the head coach of the Eagles for 14 seasons, in which he did get them to a Super Bowl. Didn't win, but got him to the Super Bowl. Is this more a Reid Super Bowl, or is this a Kelce Bros Super Bowl? You're on the button, Jared.
Oh, damn. I'm going to say it's Andy Reid.
Why?
Because
good answer.
He came really, really close to winning with the Eagles. And, now that
that was a good game. 24-21 Patriots, I believe, was a final score of that one.
And everyone, a lot of people wanted the Eagles to win just because they don't like Tom Brady. And I think everyone knows that Andy Reid's an excellent coach. I think they also wanted him to win too. He also looks like a walrus, which is pretty cool. He does. It's the mustache. It's the mustache.
I know, but I still feel more Wilfred Brimley than
the
I can
BMI.
see that.
It's not just the mustache. The BMI helps.
BMI?
Yeah.
Body mass index. He's saying he's fat.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. I think you don't see a Wilfred Brimley with Andy Reid?
I could see that.
I always felt that. Roy, what do you think?
No, Jared's right. Definitely Andy Reid.
That's what the Super Bowl is about. It's about Andy Reid. That'll be the focus there. Fox covers the Super Bowl. Big question on everyone's minds will be, will Tom Brady actually show up for the broadcast? He apparently has signed a deal with Fox Sports. Get this, 10 years, $375 million for a commentator.
I love it.
A broadcaster is getting I mean, they're paying him. Does Fox Sports know that he's not actually going to be throwing any touchdowns for them?
Yeah.
Like, that's how much money fucking playing quarterbacks get in the NFL.
When you're hot, you're hot. I can't wait till we make a list of the top 5 best sports announcers of all time.
That's right.
And he won't even make that list.
Trust me. And those days are coming real soon. Now, I'm not going to say any more. I'm not saying another goddamn fucking word about the buzz.
I mean, what happens if he flops? What happens when if he gets on camera, he opens his mouth and he turns into a Roy Harder? And he
Guess what my prediction is?
That's
going to happen. That will happen. Who is Tom Brady's favorite player of all time? By the way, this is another reason why Joe Montana deserved to be on that list, because Brady's favorite player is Joe Montana, since he grew up in Northern California, and Brady patterned his whole entire fucking game after Joe Montana in the same way that Kobe patterned his game after fucking Michael Jordan. So again, that's how stupid Dan Orlovsky is. But nevertheless,
he's probably got CTE.
But Joe Montana was on, people forget, Joe Montana was on NBC for a year as a broadcaster. He wasn't good. Didn't take away from who Joe Montana, one of the greatest players ever. Joe Montana, cool. Joe Cool. He had a great vibe. He had a great everything. He's a legend.
Joe?
Yeah, that was Namath. You son of a bitch. Please.
Oh, sorry. You're right.
God.
Good point.
You know what? Give yourself a Shizer, because you fucking destroyed my rant right there.
Shizer, I'm the one that you despise.
I always have an inner debate. Who's a better rant killer, Jared or Roy?
Oh, that's me. That is me.
Jared will say some fucking radio reference from 2006 that I have no memory of, and then Roy just says actual insanity, like thinking that everyone named Joe is the same person. He thinks Burrow, Namath, Montana.
It's all the same
He
shit.
thinks Burrow, Namath, Montana, and Joey Pants from The Matrix are all the same guy. Oh, Jesus. Now, listen.
Do you think Brady will just be completely unrelatable? Like, all right, boys, this one's wrapped up. Time to celebrate with some frozen avocado.
I just don't see him having a lot of personality.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I see him being a little dry. Gronk has great personality. Gronk was meant to do that fucking shit. Gronk, when they fucking ask Gronk who's going to win a goddamn game, whether it's the Eagles or Chiefs, Gronk gives a straight up wrestling promo for 90 seconds. Gronk, it sounds like he's about to take on the fucking Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell as he's making his football prediction. Brady, I see, is a very dry guy. I don't think it's going to work out. And I agree with you, Roy. Why did they make such a long time? I mean, to me, okay, $30 million. Give him $30 million for next year.
Yeah.
But for 10 years, they're going to have to eat all that money if he sucks.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic, man. It's going to be excellent because he's going to suck. I'm telling you. Guaranteed.
Well, they're going to send him to school.
They're going to what?
They're going to send him to school.
What school?
So
they're going to send him to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting?
No,
the school that you went to and flunked out of, and that's why you haven't had a radio career until Yaddle Chattle?
Actually, I went to.
It was just a joke. Don't nitpick. Don't be a bit killer like you always. That's what you do, though. I'm clearly doing a joke, and then here comes Nitpicky Jones over here.
Well,
Nitpicky
Jones always likes to take the fucking comedy and haha out of every goddamn line.
Well, that's my pit.
Though, the worst thing for comedy is the word actually. Just never fucking say actually for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Actually, Dave, the worst thing for comedy.
Go ahead. I get it, Robert. I heard you. Now, what were you going to say, Nitpicky?
I was going to say is after I had graduated, Shaq was actually taking classes at Newhouse because he was trying to get into broadcasting.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes.
Shaq he was taking classes at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
At Syracuse University, yes.
And you saw him there.
We missed him at
Oh,
He
this
went
never
to-
happened. This
It
never happened.
did happen.
If you have the photos, send them to Robert.
Oh, for-
If you don't have the photos, do you have the photos?
I don't have photos of Shaq
Boy,
on me.
Shizer his ass. Shizer him.
Shizer. If I could prove
Shizer
that
him,
Shaq
Roy.
was at
Shizer.
your house,
That's
fuck's
yeah,
sake.
the one that makes it
God
fine.
damn it. I gotta look this up while I'm doing
No, you
it.
don't gotta look it up. The show's moving on. We're not gonna fucking dwell on your. By the way, Roy, this is what he does on Yaddle Chattle. He scrolls through his phone to look up stuff while we're actually on the air, creating the fucking most dull moments. But of course, Davey Mac, airfill will always let him down. But look, this is what he's still doing. He's
Well,
still
let me
looking
ask.
stuff up.
Well, so what do you like? What do you hate more? A rant killer such as myself, or I don't know what's your problem with Jared exactly?
What isn't the problem, Roy?
Sometimes I'm doing a rant, and sometimes I'm doing a rant, and he quibbles with the details of a clearly made up comedic story. And he's quibbling with the details of what essentially is a fucking joke. It's a work of fiction.
Okay, here it is. Shaquille O'Neal has agreed to a multi-million deal or multi-year deal with Turner Sports to become an analyst at the NBA with the NBA. Then it says that he attended Syracuse University's Sportscaster U.
Okay, look at that.
You're aware that no one can see your computer, so that none of this means anything.
Well, they can goggle it.
Dave, I have a story here. It says
Google it.
Shaquille O'Neal comes to Yonkers to hang out with new best friend producer Rob. They like to shoot hoops and make raps together.
I hate you all so much. I just want to move on.
Okay.
Predictions for the Super Bowl. Scores is what I want.
Actual scores.
Scores.
All
I don't
right.
want no bullshit. You know,
All right.
one time, Jared, I swear to God, Roy remembers this. We asked Flute on the initial, the first run of the legendary Davey Mac Sports Program. By the way, we are asking you all, okay, we are getting lots of heat and lots of buzz, lots of good positivity. You must share. You must subscribe. You must leave the reviews in your iTunes and in your podcasts and on your Spotify. But you must share on the Facebook, on the Twitter. We need your help because the show has been rebooted. We're getting critical acclaim yet again. We're getting tremendous amounts of positivity, but we need to have everyone just understand that the Davey Mac Sports Program, the legendary Davey Mac Sports Program, is back. So when we post these things, share them, get them to your friends, get them to people. Are you aware that the Davey Mac Sports Program, it's back, baby, and it's only going to grow and get better in 2023. I promise you. We got eyes on us, but we need more and more eyes watching the show before those eyes turn this show into a bigger and better spectacular package. I know I'm being vague, but our numbers go up, everything will go up if you catch my drift. Okay? So I'm just letting you know. Now, what was I going to say? Oh, listen, Super Bowl. Chiefs, Eagles.
I'm going.
Mahomes,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jalen
I'm
Hurts.
sorry. Okay.
Andy Reid and douchebag Nick Sirianni. By the way, that Eagles coach, he has one of the more unlikable and slappable faces you will ever see in your life. I mean, that Eagles coach is a fucking arrogant piece of shit, ain't he? Whoa, does he loves himself some Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, I got a prediction for you, brother. If you fuck this Super Bowl up and lose, Davey Mac, guarantee your ass will be fired by 2025. Boom. Lock it in. Put it in the fucking Davey Mac Sports Program Sports Vault, Robert.
Locked in.
Thank you. Jared, Chiefs, Eagles.
Go Birds.
Super Bowl.
I'm going to say go Birds.
Score.
That's
Oh,
Eagles?
wait. I forgot to tell you my Flutzy story.
Okay.
We asked Flutzy on the old school Davey Mac Sports Program to give us a score of a football game one time, right? It was Giants-Cowboys. I swear to God. I said, okay, what's the score going to be? She goes, oh, I think the Giants will win. And I go, well, what's the score going to be? She goes, 7. That was the whole one number. She gave one number for the final score. She predicted the Giants would beat the Cowboys on one Davey Mac Sports Program episode, and this final score 7. Just the number 7. That's the final score. I thought that fucking shit still haunts me to this day. How someone could be so stupid? Because like you, everyone at least understands the concept of games and how sports scores work. There's always gonna be 2.
There is no sport where it would be just one score.
There's always 2 scores.
I won't make that mistake. I swear.
So you say Eagles final score.
I'm going to say Eagles 28, Chiefs 25.
Good game.
Oh.
Okay.
Good
All right.
close game. I think they're going to the Chiefs are going to be down by 1, get caught in the red zone and go for a field goal, and then try to go for an onside kick.
Okay.
Great, crazy prediction.
But it's Eagles 28, Chiefs 25. Final score.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Roy Harder.
Going with the Eagles as well. And I'm going to say score-wise, 17-14.
17-14. Philly.
Yeah.
Low scoring affair right there. Defensive struggle a little bit. Robert.
Yes, exactly, David.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Fair enough. Roy.
Give me the Chiefs 38-17.
Whoa.
That's a blowout.
Blowout City from Robert.
I think Andy Reid's going to have a game plan where they get a couple points early, and the Eagles team that realizes this is their last chance, their last opportunity with all these studs together, is going to turn on each other by the end of the first quarter.
I sort of agree with Robert, but I think it's because Nick Sirianni will prove during the big game to choke and then to not have control of the team. I do actually foresee a little finger pointing, and I feel that Nick Sirianni is not a leader of men. He is a weak-chinned, somewhat flabby douchebag who will not be capable of reining guys in and steering the ship into the right avenue when it goes off course. I just don't see him as a leader. Chiefs 31, Eagles 24. And that is your Davey Mac Sports Program football guarantee right there. Okay?
Okay, fair enough.
All right, fair enough. Is that fair with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Any wild predictions, Dave?
I got a couple wild predictions. I feel, I mean, I this is going to be shocking to some people. Rihanna is the halftime artist. I think she's going to break her leg. I think she's going to have a torn ACL. I think she's going to be out for 3 years. Have to go under reconstruction surgery, and we'll see if she can ever play again. I feel like Rihanna's not going to be ready for the physicality of the big game. And I think she's going to suffer a big-time injury. So that's your Davey Mac Sports Program prediction there.
Here's my halftime prediction there. I believe that Rihanna cannot carry the halftime show all by herself. She's going to have to bring out a slew of other artists just to kind of make it remotely.
Give me one artist that she'll be bringing.
You know, I can't tell you the names, but I'm sure that's going to be a lot of hip-hop guys. Possibly a big rock and roll guitar player is going to come out in the middle, do a solo of some kind.
Slash?
Could be Slash. Could be.
Could be.
Now the games in Arizona, are there any? Yeah. And the only person I trust with this would be Roy. Are there any famous Arizona rock bands?
Well, Dave Mustaine lives in Arizona, I believe, for Megadeth.
I don't think Dave Mustaine is getting the call from the NFL offices.
Yeah,
does Alice Cooper still? Does he?
Dave Mustaine's going to get up there sweating.
Alice is from Arizona.
I would say maybe Alice Cooper or even possibly Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
Halford lives in Phoenix?
Not Phoenix, but I believe he has a house in Arizona.
Arizona?
I mean, I'm sure he's got houses everywhere, but that would be my. Hey, it'd be cool seeing Rob Halford get up there and scream a little in his leather outfit.
He comes out to S&M by Rihanna. That I could see that a nice little mashup between those two.
Why not, Dave?
I think I do like your rock guitarist. I think a Slash is always good in that role. They also seem to like a Joe Perry from Aerosmith in that role.
Yeah, and
those are kind of the guys, you know.
They can't use Eddie Van Halen anymore. He's
too soon, Roy.
Who knows? Maybe they'll bring his son out. Maybe Wolfgang.
Look, I'm not going to go into a long diatribe, but I am going to be keeping very close eye the next day on the halftime show ratings. Because everyone's like, well, they keep doing pop acts because they get the biggest ratings. I go, I go, check the Justin Timberlake ratings. Those ratings suck. No. The ratings are not always good. Beyonce had big ratings. I think Gaga had big ratings. Madonna had big ratings. But The Weeknd did not have big ratings. Timberlake did not have big ratings. So my point is, Metallica.
I saw one big old rating from Janet Jackson.
They got all the ratings after the fact.
Well, that's because they brought in Paul McCartney and they brought in the Stones.
I know, but I'm just saying, you still have Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Green Day, Pearl Jam, AC/DC, all stadium rock bands that still sell out football stadiums to this day that have never played a Super Bowl. I just gave you 5 right there. I'm sorry.
ACDC's never played a Super Bowl?
No.
Nope, never.
Really?
It would be fun if
Really?
they had Guns N' Roses do it, and they could bring those guys out like they do with the old NFL players, and they all look confused and don't really know where they are, and people can like be like, "No, you stand here and play now, Slash."
No, I mean, I know Roy will probably take a cheap shot at Axl Rose because he always does. Did I ever tell you guys the one of the most disturbing conversations in my entire life? That Roy and I were actually walking out of the Davey Mac Sports Program Sirius XM version in 2014.
Holy shit.
And I said to Roy, I go, Guns N' Roses is going to be eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next year. I'm sure that they're going to get in. And Roy actually said, not only will they not get in, Huey Lewis and the News will get in before GNR. And I looked at him and I nearly said, you and I can't be friends anymore.
Was he right?
And he meant that. Was he right? He wasn't right. Huey Lewis hasn't been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and GNR got inducted their first year of eligibility.
Really?
Yes.
How is Huey Lewis the News not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and yet they're putting Missy Elliott in?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Are the two of you the fucking American Psycho twins?
No, but Huey Lewis in the News is a great band.
In the 80s, Huey Lewis was basically number one for basically
for
entire
writing
80s.
poppy, shitty keyboard. Yes, there was a hook with his working for a living in a working. It was a hooky poppy bullshit.
Are you kidding me?
They were a working
The Back to the
live
Future
band.
soundtrack?
Yeah, dude. They were like a working
It
live
was
band.
bubblegum pop disguised as rock, but it was bubblegum pop.
Is Missy Misdemeanor Elliott rock?
Yes, and it's worth it. She can work it, and she'll put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it, Roy.
Hey, I wonder.
I really have never understood the whole concept of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If they don't put they'll put rap acts in before they'll put someone like Huey Lewis in the News or even GNR.
Dolly Parton is in there.
Wait, Jared, Guns N' Roses is in. And
yeah, but like this whole eligibility.
I'm not going to
thing,
have
it's
this debate.
stupid.
We're not having this tired. Why is the fucking Run DMC in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? We're not having that on this show. This is the goddamn debate that I have to have every fucking year on 95.9 FM. Every goddamn every year they do the rock and roll inductees. We have to field 900,000 calls from people. How come Skinner isn't in there?
Skinner's not in there?
No, or Skinner is. I mean, who am I thinking of? Whatever. Slayer.
Rat.
I get Slayer. Yeah, I get Slayer. I get Rat. I get all those fucking Beavis and Butthead bands and these fucking people from fucking Brick, New Jersey saying, I've had a shit. How come we don't got?
They don't talk like that.
How come?
Man.
Why are
Come
they?
on, you know better. It's like, why isn't Anthrax?
They don't talk like no. You're not from my fucking part of New Jersey. You want to be? No, they don't talk like that. The more southern, dude. The more southern you go down in New Jersey, the South has crept up into New Jersey. Southern New Jersey is now the South. I'm not fucking around.
He's not wrong in the sense it's really much like a microcosm for the rest of the country.
Thank you, Quibbler. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to go for a comedic thing.
Oh.
But instead I had the fucking correcting Quibbler trying to take the steam out of my fucking thing where I was going to present someone from fucking Brick, New Jersey as a goddamn redneck. But instead I got to have, well, that's not their official accent. You see why I hate your fucking guts?
This is usually the time where I jump in and spoil your rant, David.
Kyrie Irving. I'm talking about Kyrie Irving, and I'm getting the hell out of here. But do you see how you're the bit killer with that shit?
Oh, yeah.
I was literally about to jump into a fucking Southern Jersey thing, which would have been hysterical. All the people watching the show all fucking hate on Jared now. All blame him.
Does that mean I don't have to
He
come
got
back
rid
on
of
the
your
show
funny
anymore?
little fucking Davey Mac bit.
Does that mean I don't have to come on anymore?
Just stop wibbling with details. The first lesson of improv is to go with the bit, not hit the brakes, dum-dum.
Well, I guess that's why I didn't go into broadcast.
Is
I
Harry
know,
Chapin in the
But
Rock and Roll
you've
Hall of
known
Fame?
me for 13 years, and we've done 3 shows together.
Jesus, has it been that long?
We've done Sam and Dave Roy, Eastside Dave Show, and now Yaddle Chattle. 3 separate shows. And in 13 years, I've tried so hard to be a fucking Sith Lord for this guy. And have him learn the ways of fucking the mighty Sith Lord, Darth David McDonald. And every fucking time, this guy just shits the bed. You're like the first X-Wing pilot who couldn't sink the fucking shot on the Death Star. The guy was like, and when they go, did it go in? Negative. Just a pecking on the surface. And then 4 seconds later, that guy got fucking his head blown off by Darth Vader. You're that guy.
Okay.
You did play an integral role, though, Jared. So that's good.
By the way, Jared, it is nice having you here as a crossover. If anyone wants more of this, definitely be checking out Yaddle Chattle. There's as much of this as there are Star Wars, which is why we're accruing an audience of non-Star Wars fans. All right.
Or check out Evoking Ewoks with Roy and Rob, where we
please.
talk about the effect Ewoks.
We got your joke the first time. Now people are going to actually do it. So when I'm plugging my show, just allow people to fucking soak the plug in. Yaddle Chattle, a Star Wars podcast. I'm spreading the East Side Empire. I want the East Side Empire to stretch and stretch and stretch because Daddy needs a little money. Okay? I have given you people thousands of hours of entertainment for your entire miserable lives. Can maybe some of you start paying me $5 a month like those other fucking assholes? Every goddamn motherfucker out there? Don't worry. Jared is working on my Patreon page. Are you not?
I'm working on your Patreon page.
You're giving thumbs up on a podcast?
Well, I mean, there's an audio and a video element, so you could have said thumbs up. Good, Jared. Okay, awesome.
No.
I
You
went
could
with
just talk to me.
Yes, I am working on it. I will have something by the time week is over.
Oh,
Very exciting, isn't it, Roy?
I'm putting myself
Sure.
on a deadline, so
He's going to have something by the time the week's over. Oh, look at that, right?
Or,
all right.
what are we willing to put out there, Jared?
as far as content, I thought we weren't revealing.
No, I'm saying like it. You love to make old school Ron and Fez references. If Dave were to go out on a limb and say, "Oh, if something done by the end of the week," he'd put a wager up. If he didn't have it done, something would happen.
We're
Well,
going
I
to
was-
shave his head. We're going to shave his head if he doesn't. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not going to. Okay, we're going to actually grow his hair in somehow. We're going to figure it out.
I'd
We're
also
going to
like to have
get
it done by
hair
the
and
end of
glue
the
it to him.
I'll also have it done by the end of the week.
No, here's what we're going to do.
Should I just
won't
say
let
I'm
my
working
hair.
on it,
Just
boss?
shut up. I got an idea. When the fucking genius is talking, fucking close it. I'm going to let my hair grow a little bit. I'll shave it. Take those clippings. You're going to have to glue my hair to your head. Wouldn't that be funny, though, Jared, if you had my
No.
hair glued to your head?
No,
Why?
no, that's gross.
All right. Now, what were you going to say,
I'm
Jared?
not doing it.
You were
No,
about
I'm
to say
gonna work
something?
on- No, we weren't going to give away. We didn't want to talk about what kind of content we were looking to put out. But I am working on the Patreon page.
That's what you wanted? That's why you were interrupting me?
No, I don't even remember. Let's come finish with Kyrie Irving, please. I got to eat dinner and go. to bed.
Yeah. I got to plug. I got to plug too.
gotta
Dave.
eat. What kind of show do we have? I never seem to remember fucking Frank Sinatra telling Johnny Carson, "Hey Johnny, can you wrap up this break? I gotta eat."
I'm sure.
I know. But
I'm
it's
sure
called
if there's
show-
only one person who could do that, that was Frank.
It's called show business. Could you just give me 4 fucking minutes? Kyrie Irving has been traded to the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, Dallas, you have just destroyed Luka for the rest of the season. Straight up. Now, I don't think Kyrie will instantly be a troublemaker. History has shown you that Kyrie starts well with every team he plays for, and then he becomes a malcontent. Then he becomes a pain in the ass. It happened with the Cavs. He wins a championship. Then he freaks out, acts selfish, demands to be traded. He goes to the Celtics. He's happy there for a couple of weeks. Then he freaks out, demands to be traded. He goes to the Nets. He's happy there for a little bit. Then he starts causing trouble, doing all kinds of things, and demands to be traded. 3 for 3. He's literally a perfect 100% of being a fucking asshole, pain in the ass everywhere he goes. When you're talking about Kyrie joining Luka Doncic, who is seriously one of the most talented players in the league, I do worry about Kyrie destroying Luka's game. The guy's been on a tear this year, and I know that the Mavericks have not been as good as a team as they were last year, and Luka needed help, but this guy wasn't it. I think this is a terrible move. I think short term, yeah, he'll get there. They'll win 10 out of 12. Everyone's going to say, oh, the Mavericks are going to go all the way. But mark my words, by the time the playoffs roll in, there's going to be friction. People are going to be annoyed at each other. That team will not be going to the NBA Finals. Thoughts and opinions?
I think you hit the nail on the head, Dave. I think the fact that the Mavs brought him in only ensured the fact that they will not win an NBA championship this year.
That's right.
He comes in, and it's not even so much about the chemistry as it is the fact that will he play? Like, will he conform to the plays they already have there, the roles that are already established on the team? Like, yes, I think you're right. While he's learning how the system works for the first week or so, he's going to be great because I'll do whatever. And then once he realizes he thinks he should be doing something different, you're going to see a downward spiral.
This player is perpetually he is in his best role as a number 2. LeBron James was number 1 on the Cavs. Kyrie was number 2. They won a championship. Even with the Nets, Durant certainly number 1, and you could say Kyrie number 2 with Harden number 3. Celtics, he really had all kinds of problems because they thought Kyrie would be good in that number 1 role, and he sucked. The Mavericks need to have Luka in that number 1 role. If Kyrie can accept the fact that Luka will have the ball in his hand for 70% of the game, but Kyrie will benefit when Luka gets double teamed and triple teamed, and Kyrie will be left wide open. Kyrie Irving stands to score a shit ton of points. But can his ego allow that to happen? Or will selfish fucking Kyrie need that goddamn basketball simply touching his hands at all times? Even though he's going to score a shit ton, Luka will get him so many open shots, open lanes, open drives. It's not even funny. But can he accept being the second best player or the second man on that team? And I think that's where Kyrie runs into problems.
Dave, how long has he been playing in the league?
15.
No, not that long. 10?
I don't know. I think that he's going to let his ego get the best of him. It seems like that's his pattern of behavior.
Yeah, I know. That's what I just said.
Well, what I'm saying is the pattern of behavior. He's just going to do the same exact thing. This isn't going to be like the aha moment. Like, here it is. I can win another championship with this really like top tier player. He's going to be like, no, I should be the show. And he's going to fuck shit up until he demands to be traded again. Or until
I don't think that will happen instantaneously. Like I said, there's always that Kyrie honeymoon period. But I fear that by the time the playoffs roll around, or even say the Mavericks just get eliminated, right? And he was a good soldier this entire season. Then look for next season for him to be, a total disruptive human being. Kyrie, Aaron Rodgers, same guy. They're pains in the ass. They think they're a lot smarter than they are. They both think the world of themselves. They both think that they're the two most intelligent guys in the room. And quite frankly, they're both dopey. Neither of them is smart. I can fucking sit here and talk to either Kyrie or Aaron Rodgers about any topic on the planet Earth, and I would school them on all of it, including their own respective sports.
Neither of them are smart, David. You said neither of them is smart. It's plural because there's two of them.
I'd take contention with one thing you said.
Hey, Jared, that I actually enjoyed and thought it was funny because for me, he's mocking you. His little correction was a stab at you. So now even Roy's getting into fun of understanding bits and when to jump in, when to not. Don't worry, pal. We've been together for 13 years. One day you'll get some of these fucking broadcasting, radio, and comedy basics down.
I love Jared. Come on, everybody loves Jared.
I do too.
I was kind of hoping this would be my last appearance here. So
what?
I'm just kidding.
This has been a
So was the chat, apparently.
Yaddle Chattle. Listen, all of the Yaddle Chattle fans,
I have a great time doing Yaddle Chattle.
All 8 of them are watching the Davey Mac Sports Program tonight, and they're like, this crossover is fucking the greatest. They think they're like, this is like the Super Friends, where Batman and fucking Robin and goddamn the Superman and the other one hung out together.
Aquaman,
that one. All right. Last words, Robert, you were going to say something?
I was just going to say, you said that he was number 2 on the Cavs, and I think the reason the Cavs were able to win a championship was maybe like to the public he was number 2, but behind the scenes and on the court, he was the guy with the ball in his hands. I mean, who hit the big shots down the stretch in that championship? It was Kyrie shooting, not LeBron, and I think he got tired of the public
Robert,
viewing him as the leader.
We've done this before. Why do you not recognize the biggest play in the NBA Finals that LeBron won with the Cavs was when the game was
we have done this.
Hold on. Let me finish since you fucking brought it up. When the fucking goddamn Cavs were up 2 points on the Golden State Warriors with the Warrior driving to an uncontested basket, LeBron comes out of nowhere to block the shot and then go down the court and get the Cavs a layup. That was a 4-point swing that put the Cavs, and it locked down the finals for LeBron James. That was the biggest play of the series, and LeBron was the goddamn MVP of the series. What are you talking about? Why do you hate LeBron so much?
He's incredibly overrated. I think that you could take Kevin Durant and put him on the exact same teams with the same circumstances.
He is
and have
30.
The same championships.
I might as well go out on this. LeBron James is 36, I think I want to say, 36 points away from breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time points record in the NBA. The number 1 record in the NBA. By the next Davey Mac Sports Program, LeBron James will sit atop on that. He's also one of the only players to win 3 championships. He's won 4 championships, but he's won them with 3 different organizations. Only him and Robert Horry, I believe, have done that feat. So, LeBron James, it does not need to. LeBron James is one of the greatest players. He is way better than Kyrie Irving, pal.
Oh, yeah, definitely better than Kyrie. Put him top 20 of all time, probably.
Top 20. Top 20.
Yeah, just being safe.
Oh, wow. Top 20, Roy. For LeBron.
I just don't think there were several players. If I asked you right now, Dave, you could pick any player of all time. You're down 1, 7 seconds on the clock.
No one is better than Michael Jordan.
You'd put Jordan there. You'd put Bird there, Reggie Miller.
The debate begins with Michael Jordan, and then everyone else is fighting for number 2. I do agree with you on that. But I'm saying that number 2 spot could be LeBron's, could be Kobe's, could be Bird's, could be Kareem's, could be Bill Russell's, could be Magic's, could be fucking, there's a few others. That number 2 spot is up for grabs, and I think LeBron has a chance to grab it. If LeBron ends his career with 5 or 6 championships, 5 championships will tie Kobe and Magic. 6 championships will tie Jordan. No one has more than Bill Russell, but on an individual level, people feel that Jordan one-on-one would run circles around Bill Russell more than likely.
What about Wilt? We've got somebody saying in the chat.
Will
thought about
Chamberlain's
that,
got to
too. I
be
thought-
there. I mean, he's a power man who changed the game. He brought in the big dominant center. Will Chamberlain. If there's no Will Chamberlain, there's no Shaq. I mean, it was, Bill Russell was 6'10", but he was still playing the guy like an athletic, basketball player. Whereas Will Chamberlain, I won't say he didn't have athleticism. What I'm saying is he had dominance. He had physicality that had not been seen in the NBA until he was there.
Pistol Pete Maravich changed the way they dribbled. You could
no
argue
NBA rings for Pistol Pete. I mean, well, maybe he was on that 86 Celtics team as like a fucking scrub, like Bill Walton was.
I just meant he popularized the crossover and two hands and all that stuff.
Yeah, but we can't. We're not putting Pistol Pete Maravich anywhere near the top of the list that we just brought up with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Larry Bird would be
LeBron.
up there. Yeah, Larry Bird would be higher than that.
Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby?
I thought we all agreed to him earlier. My bad.
Okay, we're going to end the show now. Mike Bibby of the Sacramento Kings is not getting on this list. That is a Dan Orlovsky. Full circle, Robert pulled in Orlovsky on us at the end. But that's fine. Now, Jared, let's get back to you.
Yeah.
Yaddle Chattle is a weekly Star Wars show that we do where we yell at each other, and I feel like strangling you a lot.
That's cool. I'd like to see you try to do that.
You're a karate guy. You feel like you could fend for yourself?
David,
Jiu-jitsu.
anytime you want to come on the mat with me, I'll take you to the academy.
I wouldn't go on the mat with you. I would kick you in the balls, take a baseball bat, and start choking you. You think I'm going to play fair like these fucking karate nerds? I'm not going to sit up there and bow and do shit. I'll fucking kick dirt in your eyes and take a screwdriver to your fingernails.
I was just trying to make sure you didn't get hurt.
I'm the dirtiest player in the game, motherfucker.
He'll splash some of his 3-in-1 soap in your face.
That's exactly why I would dominate you in any sort of fight, because I'm going to play dirty, and your little fucking Cobra Kai bullshit treats you to, respect everybody. Now,
Whatever you say, Dave. I just didn't want you to get hurt. That's all.
Did you have a good time here tonight on Davey Mac Sports Program? Was it different from Yaddle Chattle for you? Different?
No, it was pretty much the same experience. Just with Roy. Just with Roy and Bob.
I always have the idea of bringing you on this show and treating you like a big guest, but you do start interrupting and disagreeing and quibbling, and it sets me off into Darth David territory where I start seeing Sith colors in front of my face. It is something that genuinely drives me berserk. All of these years later, he was literally arguing about the fucking accents that South Jersey people have.
Well, you know what?
Like they're from Philly.
If it didn't bother you, David, it wouldn't be half as entertaining as it is. So
no, that's the Jared bullshit. I go, no.
Thanks, Roy.
Because what people missed out was a fucking character. That could have been a character for 4 fucking minutes.
Dave.
I'm just saying, let it be known, motherfucker. Let it be known. I can never do a goddamn fucking character anymore because Jared will disagree.
What are you talking about? I let you do the Palpatine Weatherman thing.
All right, listen.
What about Orange Head?
We've had a wonderful time here tonight on the Davey Mac Sports Program. You've heard all of our Super Bowl predictions. Robert and I are going with the Chiefs. Jared and Roy are going with the Eagles. And what we have not informed Roy and Jared is, if they lose, we will be electrocuting them live next week on the show. That will happen. As for Jedi Jared Fishman, hear him, see him on the great Yaddle Chattle, a Star Wars podcast featuring Darth David and Jedi Jared.
Even if you don't like Star Wars, just check it out because we do have a lot of fun.
It is entertaining. It very much is. Roy Harder,
David,
anything that you'd like to announce? I know that you're playing with the Pie Tasters.
Yes, actually, this Friday the 10th, I'll be playing at Teaneck, New Jersey, at the Debonair Music Hall with the Pie Tasters. And on Saturday the 11th, I will be playing with the Pie Tasters in Kerhonkson, New York, at the Peace Pad Productions Masquerade Ball. Thank you.
Awesome.
David. Yes.
And you're playing in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yes. Yeah, which you are totally invited to. I will put you on the list if you're interested in hanging with me and the boys.
If Jared can give me a ride.
I'll get you both on the list if you want.
Jared, are you going to give me a ride to the Pie Tasters on Friday?
I have plans.
Oh, see how he treats me, Roy? Robert, anything?
Small baby.
Yeah. This Saturday I'll be at Florence, Massachusetts with Pat Oates and Tim something. That should be a fun one if you're in Florence, Massachusetts, and once you get done saying, why the fuck am I in Florence, Massachusetts, come on out and see us. It'll be a fun show. But the big one's the following week. Me and Pat Oates, he's doing his album taping at City Steam Brewery, the Brouhaha, up in Connecticut. Buy your tickets at their website.
Sounds
Also,
awesome.
my Bibby pick had nothing to do with my awesome Bibby jersey.
You're wearing a Mike Bibby shirt on right now?
Oh, yeah. I had it on screen and then my camera broke.
There you are. Look at you. You're a weird little man. All right, listen. We have to get out of here. Jedi Jared, I do thank you for doing the show, believe it or not. You brought a lot of thunder to the Davey Mac Sports Program tonight. You bring a lot of electricity to Yaddle Chattle each and every week. And we thank you for coming on the program tonight.
Thank you for having me, David.
Roy,
I'd rather be
thank
in-
you. Enjoy the Pie Tasters gig. Robert, I'll be seeing you later into the Davey Mac Sports Program. Like, subscribe, retweet, share, get the word out. This show is back and it's better than ever. I'm Davey Mac. Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.